less like a memory, more like PTSD. I burned alive to stop you catching a chill. Barely survived when you went in for the kill. Couldn't handle your part, so you tried flipping the script, but you shot and you missed. I wish that I could forget. I wish that I could forget. You turned my world and flipped it upside down. Got me so high, you left me on the ground. I wish that I could forget. I wish that I could forget. You turned my world and flipped it upside down. Got me so high, you left me on the ground. I wish that I could forget. I wish that I could forget. You turned my world and flipped it upside down. Got me so high, you left me on the ground. I wish that I could forget. I wish that I could forget. You turned my world and flipped it upside down. Got me so high, you left me on the ground. I wish that I could forget. I wish that I could forget. You turned my world and flipped it upside down. Got me so high, you left me on the ground. I've got a problem and the problem is you. Left me no option, I don't know what to do. I broke your heart so you can know how it feels. Got matching scars to show you that I was real. Knew from the start that this would never exist, but it is what it is. I wish that I could forget. I wish that I could forget. You took my world and flipped it upside down. Got me so high, you left me on the ground. I wish that I could forget. I wish that I could forget. You took my world and flipped it upside down. Got me so high, you left me on the ground. I wish that I could forget. I wish that I could forget. You took my world and flipped it upside down. Got me so high, you left me on the ground. I still remember when it was you and me.
Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? Can everybody hear me okay? What?
What are you doing?
I'm live. I'm doing an interview. Practicing your Chille salute. Raised pinky finger. It's the pinky power. Okay, so yes, we do have a special guest today. It is Colin Campbell. I'm sure most of you or all of you know that he is the former employee of Chille, Jose Maria de Castro, delete laws, whatever you want to call him. He is the man-child with many names, but only one sad personality. And he is here to answer some questions. So if you have a question for Colin, please put it in the chat, but write question so that I know that it's specific to Colin. Yes, he's a troll vampiro. Well, I mean, you can, Splacious Max, you can actually employ people and tell them it's like work from home. So, okay, Twister's Music, make sure you put the word question first and then the question. That way I know it's directly, because I'm fixing to have him come on and I don't want to like have questions for me and him and then start asking him weird questions. And it could get really, really weird. But that is a very good one. I want to keep that. Ah, yep. See, everybody wants to know that one. Okay, Tim. Well, maybe we can get it to your satisfaction this time. I don't know, but we are going to try. So let's welcome Colin. Hi, Colin.
Hello. Nice to
How are
meet
you
you.
doing today?
Very good. A lot better than I was
Awesome.
2 days ago.
Oh, wow. I'm so sorry that all of this is happening.
It's all good. Not a big deal.
I mean, in a way, it is chilly.
It'll
And you
blow
knew what
over.
chilly was before you started working for him?
I used to be a troll. There's an echo. I don't know if it's on my end or yours. I don't have anything else in.
um, echo, yeah, everybody. Will let me know if there's an echo. Hold on, let me check my settings.
Hmm. Oh, is that going?
I'm going to turn my voice down a little bit here. My echo cancellation is off.
Okay, is it? Oh, it's still there.
Is it?
Um,
Colin's echoing, they said. Hi,
let
Becca.
me hop out and hop back in and see if that fixes it.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, he's going to see if it was him that was the problem, which, I mean, if I'm echoing, let me know and I'll go ahead and jump off as well when he comes back. And I may have to take you guys with me down the street for a split minute, but that's okay. I've taken you with me before places. Joseph Mulcahy, that's an interesting question. Hey there, the adults are talking. I appreciate the way that you did that. That's perfect. Okay, so is there still an echo or no echo? Go ahead and talk, Colin.
All right. Nope, there's still an echo. All right. Let me get on my phone then. Let me do it that way. It might be my
Okay.
computer.
While we're waiting on that, how's everybody's Friday? Oh, Colin's voice is echoing through my mic, so let me turn my volume down, and that might help.
You think that might be it?
I don't know. We're gonna check. Go ahead and talk.
Hello. Yeah, that's better.
Is that better? Okay,
Yep,
I just
no
turned
echo.
the
We're
volume
good.
down on my end.
Okay, we're good then.
Good.
All right.
Okay. So,
I don't remember what your question was. I'm sorry.
I didn't have one yet. I'm kind of like saving the questions really quick. I'm putting them in the star section. No, I put somebody in timeout and I didn't mean to. El Vampiro, can any of my mods like unban El Vampiro? Because I have no clue how to do that.
You have to do that in your studio in the back end.
Oh crap. I was trying to star the question and accidentally banned El Vampiro. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Please come back. Okay, while I try and figure that out, maybe you want to tell everybody why you're here.
I didn't want any of this to be public at all. I'm a very quiet person, and I'm a loyal person. So if I'm with somebody, regardless of whether I agree with what they're doing or not, I'm not going to talk bad about them or stab them in the back or anything unless they wrong me, unless they, do what Chille did to me.
Right.
So that's the only reason I'm here. What he did was he decided let me start off with, he wanted me to, out of the blue, like he's definitely bipolar, because he just flips on a switch. Like, we were perfectly normal conversation, just talking about various things, just normal things. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he just changed to a completely different person and was like very angry with me and wanted me to, because he uses Premiere Pro still, which is an editing software.
Right.
And I use CapCut, which is another editing software. Premiere Pro you use on the computer. CapCut you can use on a computer or a phone. It's an app. And I use it on my phone. I do all my editing on my phone. And I prefer it that way. I tried it both ways, but I don't like the Premiere Pro. I don't like editing on a computer. It's a lot easier and faster to do it on a phone where it's touch screen. And you can't do that with Premiere Pro.
Right.
And I'm proficient in CapCut. That's what I've been using since the beginning, even before I met Chille.
Okay.
So
I say that's he should. I don't understand why he would want you to try and learn something else if everything was going fine using CapCut.
I don't know. He gets weird quirks, and he threatens to fire me every other week about something. So
I believe that.
So it would. That's just one of those things. It would just be the littlest thing could set him off, and this was one of them. So he wanted me to change and not use CapCut anymore and use Premiere Pro. And I told him no. I said, I'm not doing it. I said, I use CapCut. That's what I've always used. That's what I like using, like I told you. And he gave me an ultimatum: use it or else you're fired. And he said, your last day will be the 20th of next month. The 20th of
November. Yeah.
And I said, okay, well, if you're going to fire me. And I gave him all day. I wasn't mean or mad or anything. I'm a pretty rational person. So I gave him all day to change his mind or to calm down. It's a lot of times he'll bark at me and yell, and then after like a couple hours or a day, then he'll calm down and then he'll be fine again. But no, at the end of the day, he was still, nope, you're fired. So I'm like, alrighty then. If I'm fired, no sense in working a whole nother month. Let's just do it now.
Right.
The 20th.
I agree.
Payday. Let's just do it now. The 20th will be my last day. So I sent him a message saying that, along with I broke down for him exactly what he still owed me for September and for the days I worked for October, and reminded him that he was. That he said that he would give me a 1 month severance package, if he, for leaving.
Right.
And he laughed in my face and he said, I don't owe you anything. I'm not paying you. Actually, I don't owe you shit. And I'm not paying you a dime.
Wow.
So that's what started.
And I fully believe that too.
And honestly, what I think I don't, because like I said, that it's such a, like the Premiere Pro thing is such a minor thing. And I don't think he would I really don't think he would blow everything up just for that. I think that he spent too much money this month going out there to the East Coast and helping Riot Girl and trying to show up Long Island.
Grifting for Riot Girl?
Exactly. Always
for himself, but using Riot Girl basically is what Chille does.
Oh yeah, he uses everybody. He was 100% using her. The only reason he went out there was not to help her. He went out there to show up Long Island Audit, because Long Island Audit went out there. So he wanted to go out there to show him up. And so that's what that is. And we all know that he doesn't like women at all. He has a major thing against women.
Yeah, what's up with that? Do you know?
I don't know what it's caused from, but I just know that yeah, but he definitely has a major problem with women, especially, strong women.
Right. Oh yeah,
But
I mean judges, like female judges.
oh, absolutely. I mean, he has no respect for them whatsoever. I mean, he just
No,
thinks they're scum. It's disgusting.
he is
He never
absolutely
really talks
crazy.
about them like they're just a sex toy or something. It's disgusting.
Oh yeah. Um. Okay, I do have some questions already starred and put away to the side.
Definitely.
Um. So let me ask you this: just answer them as you know them. If you don't know the answer, you can't answer it. We'll just move on from it.
Yep.
Um. Okay, so Hey, the Adults Are Talking has asked, does Chille trash his subscribers? And what I mean by that is, does he ever talk about them like they're below him or not as intelligent as he is?
He doesn't care about them. Like he doesn't trash them as far as anything negative about them, really, but he does not care about them at all. There was one time, that Gloria had a private, a problem privately,
Mm-hmm.
and I tried to get him to help her out. I don't want to get into details too much, because Gloria's my friend, and I don't want to blow her up. But
Uh-huh.
but tried to get her to help him out. I mean, try to get him to help her out, and yeah, I had to fight him to do it. He didn't want to do it. He was like, "Why? I can't help her. What am I gonna do?" He
Oh,
just
wow.
didn't even. Yeah, I mean, and Gloria, Gloria is one of his top people. Like, she
Oh,
does the
yeah.
world for him.
Yeah. She will
So
never see the light. She will just believe anything Chille says.
I don't know. I'm not really,
Oh,
but
no, I'm just giving you my opinion.
yeah, I got you. You're welcome to your opinion.
Yeah, because, like, I have my opinion of Chille and his followers.
A
I've
lot
dealt
of
with
them,
them for a year now. So
I agree with you on that about a lot of them now.
it's like no matter what you tell them and no matter how much proof you show them, it doesn't matter. It's what Chille says. Chille, it goes that way.
He can do
They
no
don't care.
wrong. It's like they're brainwashed.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so we have that one. And then Adirondack Bear Club says, do you hate cops?
I don't hate cops, but I don't like them. Especially, I don't want to get myself in trouble with saying bad cops, because, in my opinion, all cops are bad. There are good people that joined for the right reason. That join because they want to
Mm-hmm.
help people. They want to do the right thing. But once they join the organization, they have to play along. They have to like lie on the reports and cover up for the other cops and everything. Because if they break that blue line of silence, the blue wall of silence is very real. Ask anybody, ask ex cops, everything will tell you that. But if you go against that, then they'll get rid of you.
Yeah,
So
because
that,
I mean, it's
go
the
ahead.
same with like any profession. There's good doctors, there's bad doctors. Doctors that do it because they love to do it and they love to help, and there's doctors who do it just because they wanted to buy everything and they know they can make the money doing it. It's the same thing with police. There's good police and there's bad police.
No, I agree with you. That's what I'm saying, but I'm just taking it to another level as far as like the person, because cops in
Okay.
general I don't see as good, because all their policies and everything are geared to not treat you how you should be treated. We're supposed to be
Okay.
innocent, proven guilty. We shouldn't be treated like they are. The way they escalate, the way they, um,
Yeah,
it's
but you
just
understand that's not really up to them. They're just getting whatever you've done. They're just making sure you get to the one place you need to be before you see a judge.
they're just doing their job. I get that. I
Right.
don't have any animosity for them. No.
It's the judge that actually says you're innocent or guilty, or the jury after they see the evidence presented by an attorney. the police, they're just doing their job. If you, like what Chille did when he went off the rails and got arrested there in Nevada, you know, it was the cop's job to take him in. He had to be taken off the street. He was unhinged. He's always unhinged. And he needed to be arrested. He does that. He did that to himself, though. That's one of my questions. Does he purposely get arrested to look like a martyr?
He thinks he's a martyr, yes. Although
absolutely.
He does it, you know, for clicks and views and money. That's what he does it for the clout and everything. 100%.
Yeah.
Now he doesn't purposely want to get arrested though, because he's scared to death of going to jail. So like he doesn't want to get arrested when he does this, but the stuff he does a lot of times, you know, he's borderline. He's lucky he doesn't get arrested.
Yeah, I know, right?
And by the way, I do support filming cops, like cop watching and people that just go, because I believe in transparency. You should be able to film the cops and record them and everything. But I do not agree with the auditors like Chille that are confrontational with the cops and want to start things. And, you know, if you're a journalist, you don't become the story.
Correct.
You know, you stay behind the camera, you be quiet, you just watch, you know, follow the orders. If they want you to back up a little bit, you don't, you know, if you become the story, you're not doing your job. You're not a journalist. You're not an activist.
Right. Well, that's the problem is they always say, you know, we have the right to film and this and that. Of course you have the right to film. Nobody is denying that fact. What we're saying is just because you have the right to film does not mean you have the right to harass and verbally abuse the police officers while they're working.
Absolutely. And you shouldn't, because a lot of them are good people. You know, they want to do the right thing. They're, you know, they don't deserve to get
they're working too
and shit on, you know.
You know, they're in the middle of their job, and you don't know what kind of suspect they have. It could be somebody that's really bad that they're trying to get off the street. You don't know. You just walked up on the traffic stop.
100%.
You know, next thing that you're disrupting the officer, and his attention is taken off of the person he pulled over. The next thing you know, the person he pulled over pulls out an AK-47 and starts shooting everybody.
Absolutely. We've seen plenty of videos of that.
You just don't know. Chille's whole thing is I can walk up on any traffic stop and interrupt and do this and do that and yell at the people in the car. You don't have to answer any questions. Yeah, it's all for show.
Absolutely.
Twister's Music says, what has happened to Deborah Rogers?
Chille did not, everybody remembers he promised her, I think it was 10 fundraisers.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't want to do it. He got tired and didn't want to do any more fundraisers for her. So when the time came for to do her next fundraiser, he just ghosted her. He stopped talking to her, stopped answering messages, wouldn't answer her calls. So that's what happened there. And she got mad, and that's why she walked away and was gone for a while. I see she came back like 2 nights ago when he fired me on the live or whatever. But yeah, that's why she's been gone so long.
That is so sad. Like, she went to jail for listening to his crappy legal advice.
Oh, I know.
And he just didn't give a shit anymore to deal with it.
And that leads me to what I was saying about, like, when I started working for Chille, I wanted to help people. You know, that's one of the reasons that I did it, and that's one of the reasons why I stayed, because I thought we were helping people. I wanted to help people.
Right.
But the longer I was with him, besides, you know, him, like in the beginning, you know, it was like he was on his best behavior in the beginning. He was trying to show me that he wasn't all the things that all the trolls said about him and everything.
Right.
So in the beginning, he wasn't as nutty and horrible of a person to deal with as he is now. But I lost my train of thought.
He's nutty.
Yeah, it's but anyway, he I forget what I was saying. Let's move on.
Okay. It was about
if I remember it,
okay.
I'll go back to that.
Okay, no problem. Let me go pull the next question. How come, and this is Art Akudo, how come Chille isn't having his usual rage and rant in a 6-hour live stream? Why isn't he coming undone as usual? I mean, he kind of did in his little comment section, but I agree. Usually he would be all over yelling and screaming and crying.
I really couldn't tell you that. I don't know.
Like about you is what they're like he's saying. Like why
Yeah, I
isn't
know. I know he's crying behind the scenes, but yeah,
right?
and he's definitely raging. But
Yeah, because normally he has his toddler tantrums right here on screen.
here's the thing. He got so much the last time, back then when he got into all that big messy fight with Kate and everybody else. He lost a lot of subscribers and lost a lot of respect from his own people.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people walked away and didn't want anything to do with him. They don't want him. They do not want him doing the back and forth. They want him to stay on topic, stay on his mission.
Right.
So I mean that's my if I had to guess, I would say that's it, because he's trying to distract everybody. He wants everybody stay on. It's all about the mission. Let's worry about this. Don't pay attention to what's going on over here.
But technically, there is no mission, Colin. How can
Oh, I
he
know.
try and convince people to overturn something that he doesn't even understand?
It's completely fake. Like I said,
Of course.
he doesn't care about it at all. There is no mission. It's all just for clout and for money. That's all he cares about is money and clout.
Yeah, because he has no understanding of Terry versus Ohio.
He doesn't have understanding of anything, especially the law.
Absolutely, he proves that every day.
He did. Before I met him, he didn't even know how to look at the analytics in the studio. He didn't know how to file a dispute for a copyright complaint.
That's funny.
He didn't even know how to use StreamYard, and he still doesn't know how to do some things on StreamYard. Like he doesn't know how to pull up the banners or to find switch it back and forth between comments and private chat.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Chille. But he's this. Oh my god. I am just banning and deleting people everywhere.
Really?
Oh, I don't mean to. It's like I go to star their question. Okay, Tube Socks says, is it true what he said that you took from him and that you caused him to lose his court cases? He's blaming you for the court cases not being filed on time in Ironton and Vegas.
That's hilarious. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I didn't take anything from him. He's got his channel back. I did change the password to it because I was trying to get him to pay me.
Right.
And as far as the other thing he says I stole was the computer and the phone, which he gave me. He even said on the air that he gave me those things. And,
right.
They were gifts. And he didn't give them to me for me. He gave them to me for him because I needed them to do my job, to do what he wanted me to do.
Right.
So yeah. So now he's trying to say that no, they weren't gifts.
Yeah, because I could have swore I saw in the text messages that you somewhere where he admitted, he gave them to you, but now he wants them back.
Yep.
Okay. For everybody that has been accidentally banned from me, I'm on my way to unbanning. Okay, Tube Sock said, question for Colin. He is blaming you for why I was blocked for some time on his channel. He says it wasn't him.
That is a lie. I actually told him that he thinks you're a troll. He thinks Tube Sock's a troll. I told him you weren't a troll. And if you're blocked, it's because he blocked you. I didn't block you. I told him not to because you weren't a troll.
Well, the whole thing that started all of this, wasn't that because of you were gifted a membership from Welsh News Network, and he thought that you were giving out memberships or something?
Yeah, yeah. You know, because he tells me he would tell me to go watch Welsh News Network or go watch Kate or whatever and find
Oh,
out what they're
wow.
saying about me. So I was in there one day watching it, and I got gifted a membership. Somebody bought some memberships, and I got one of them gifted to me.
Right.
But once again, back with him being so pathetic that he doesn't even know how YouTube operates. He thought that I gifted Welsh News Network a membership, when really, like I said, I was gifted a membership from Welsh News Network, and it's random. He doesn't even know that YouTube randomly does it. You can't choose who the membership goes to.
Correct. It's all random, but he doesn't get that. So
no,
unfortunately, he doesn't get a lot of things. Okay, so hey, the adults are talking. Asks, we know Chille lies all the time. Have you ever caught him in some of the easier lies? Chille said, I've never smoked weed. And he literally live streamed himself smoking a bowl. He's live streamed himself smoking weed quite a few times, but yeah.
Yeah, all the time. All the time I catch him in little white lies. All the time. I mean, that's all he does. Everything out of his mouth is either a lie or it's a exaggeration.
Right.
I think he's incapable of telling the truth. I mean, he is such a loser, and he wants to be a winner. He goes around screaming that he's a winner and he's a winner and he's an alpha, and he's not. He's a beta, and and like I said, he's a loser. He's just pathetic.
Right. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to unblock people or how to unban people while I'm doing this live stream.
You do it on
so horrible. I'm on my.
Yeah, you go into your studio, and
I'm in there.
It's on the left side menu under community. You go. I think it's community. I think you go to community. Or no, I'm sorry. It's either community or it's it might be like channel settings or whatever.
Okay.
But you'll see a whole.
Oh wait, Unclean Hands did it. Thank you, Unclean Hands. You are the best. Thank you. And I'm sorry, Tube Sock and El Vampiro. I will try not to do this again. Okay. So Tube Sock did have another question. But you are on a roll tonight, Tube Sock.
And by the way, I like Tube Sock. He's a good dude.
I do too. I think everybody really likes him. Even the ones who say they don't like him, they truly like him.
Yeah.
Did masshole trolls really leave dog poo on his front door? And I'm going to add to that. Or was it really Nutella left by Chille?
That was before my time. I mean, I was watching them, but I wasn't working for him then. So I don't have proof, but just knowing what I know about him and everything that I've heard, like, he's totally lying. It's fake. He definitely faked and set up a lot of things for sure. Just like I think that when the window was broken out in Las Vegas in his van, I think he did that himself.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because he was trying to blame that on Kate.
Oh, of course. He tries to blame everything on Kate.
He still thinks it's a big conspiracy and everybody works for Kate. You work for Kate. Welsh works for Kate. Everybody works for Kate. It's just a big
dumb
conspiracy. And apparently I've been working with you guys this whole time, according to him.
Oh, wow. Yeah, of course. We're all against poor Chilito.
Yeah. Well, we are, but it's for,
Well, yeah.
He brings it on himself. Like I say all the time,
he definitely does.
He's his own worst enemy.
He is. And he doesn't even see it. That's what's so funny.
Yep.
Okay, so Chilita's ... asks, does Colin dislike cops because of his criminal history, making a false police report, domestic violence, drug charges? I don't know who this is, but that's what they're asking.
I want to clear something up. There is no domestic violence. They got the record that Welsh put out was actually a mix of two people, so it wasn't all me. Like, I've never been married. I've never beat my wife or anything. I don't even have a wife. I've never had a wife. Don't have any kids. So that's incorrect to begin with. And as far as why I don't necessarily hate cops, but why I don't like cops, because I had from the drugs, I've had bad experiences with them. They've actually planted evidence in my car before. They've treated me bad. One time it was me and my girlfriend at the time. We were both on drugs, pill shopping, doctor shopping. And she had a prescription bottle of, pain pills on her side of the car in her purse with her name on it. And the cop arrested me and said that those pills were loose on the floorboard of the driver's side on my side.
Oh, wow.
So that's why I have resentment about cops, because there are bad ones out there, and there are ones that lie and plant drugs and all that stuff.
All right. And everybody has their own opinion on it and their own experiences with them.
I have met good cops too, though. There are some really good ones out there.
Yeah.
Some really good cops as well. Like I said, there are definitely good people that work as cops.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so Combi asks, what's with the headphones? If you know anything about them.
That is something that just happened by accident. He didn't plan it. That's just he wore them for convenience. It's just something he likes or whatever. And people were commenting on it and liking it. So it became a thing. He just started doing it because he wanted. So
he has no problem looking stupid. Okay. Yep. Yogi B asks, why does he hate fat people? Because sometimes people have some underlying issue. And does he use roids?
He definitely uses drugs. I don't know what kind of drug, but he definitely uses drugs, whether it's steroids or cocaine or whatever. But
you can tell by his eyes and his behavior.
100%. And he never sleeps. He's up 48 hours at a time and gets like 4 hours of sleep. So you don't do that unless you're on something. So that was what was the other question in there?
I deleted it because I thought I got it out. Hold on. Yeah, I think you pretty much answered it.
Okay.
Let's see. Tube Stocks, thank you so much for becoming a new member. Welcome. Demi Kruger asks, Colin, you've admitted that you knew his trifold is worthless, that he keeps monies from his fundraisers, and that he leaves people after using them. Why not speak up before being fired?
Because, well, like I said, I'm a loyal person. So if I'm working for somebody or friends with somebody, I'm not going to stab them in the back unless they stab me in the back first.
Even if what they're doing is wrong?
Yeah, I'll walk away, but I'm not the kind of person that, if I say I'm not going to share things, I'm not going to share things unless they, wrong me. And, I actually, he convinced me when I first talked to him and we agreed to be partners. He convinced me that he wasn't all the things you guys said about him. And I believed him because he's a con man. That's what he does. They're very good. It's, saying what you want to hear, saying, things to get under your thumb, I mean, that's why he's followed. That's why he's got followers that are like brainwashed. Um, so that's why I started working for him. And
Right.
as it went, like I said in the beginning, it was like he was on his best behavior. And as the time went on, I started to see the real person he was, and that everything everyone said was actually true. And I stayed around for two reasons: because I wanted to help people. I thought we were helping people. But now another thing is, once again, as time went on, though, I saw that everybody that we were supposedly helping was end up in a worse place after we helped them.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, because I was going to say, you already knew he was a douchebag from the beginning. So then he convinced you somehow that he wasn't said douchebag. And then you started noticing as you were working for him that he was actually the douchebag you knew he was in the beginning.
yep. I should have listened to you
Is
guys
that
on
about
that.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
Um, so so I actually, so I started to see that, and I started to see that we were actually hurting people. We weren't really helping people.
Right.
And realized that he didn't care about them whatsoever. He was just using them. And I was working on an exit strategy to leave when he fired me. So he fired me before I was actually able to leave, but I was trying to get enough money together to where I had like a couple months nest egg to where
Mm-hmm.
I could just leave him and start my own channel, and until it gets monetized, to give me something to float me till I get through.
Right. I
And
actually have two questions
sure.
before I forget. These are from me. Um, oh, okay. One, because I just forgot the first one. But the second one, do you know if he's planning to haul ass to Colombia instead of going to court in Vegas?
He is scared of jail, so it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, he hadn't said any plans to me about that, but it wouldn't surprise me because I know he's scared shitless of going to jail, for any
Mm-hmm.
amount of time, for a long extended period of time.
Because the prosecutors are looking to press charges for him claiming he's a constitutional law scholar and for practicing law without a license.
Absolutely, and they should, because he's doing it 100%.
Well, yeah, he's doing it. Okay, so then we have tube socks again. Did Chille really have an injury to back out of the Chad Gu fight? Do you know about that?
No, he does have some kind of bad knee. His knee does have some kind of injury, but it's not horrible. I think he just has pain in it or whatever, like maybe arthritis or something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because he still runs. I mean, he's talked to me on video message while he's running back and forth, doing laps and stuff. So there's nothing wrong with that wouldn't have prevented him from fighting.
Right.
The only what he told me is why he backed out of the fight is because he thought it was a big setup, that the cops were trying to kill him. He thought that it was set up for him, that once he got there, they were going to kill him before or after the fight.
Right. I'm just trying to. Oh my goodness, my son is also live. Yeah, we kind of figured that because there's videos of him running and he's totally fine, but then all of a sudden in the next video, he's, oh my god, my knee hurts so bad.
Yeah. Now, mind you, that's what he told me. That doesn't make it true, though. Chille is definitely a huge pussy.
Well,
So
yeah, we know
I
that.
think he was scared of Chad. Honestly,
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%.
he knew Chad would whoop his butt.
Okay, so hey, the adults are talking. Asks, what's something you know about Toledo that you haven't been asked about yet?
That's a good question. Hmm. I know he's a lot more sensitive than than he leads people to believe. Like he's very he cares a lot more than he leads on. Like when people talk bad about him and say things about him, he gets so triggered over it. I mean, he is so he cries a lot, over it.
Right. I'm going to answer some of the people that are whether or not, I mean, if Colin is trolling us or if he's just telling us what he wants, what we want to hear. A lot of this we already kind of knew. I'm not taking his word as gold. This was all set so that if people had questions for him, they could come in and ask the questions. We will know in time if he's telling the truth, because Chille will go unhinged, of course. It's up to you if you want to take what Colin says as, he's telling the truth or not. I'm just giving him. I've noticed he's been on other platforms and he's talked, but I noticed that it wasn't the live stream wasn't given completely to the subscribers to ask all their questions. So that's what I wanted to do here, was make sure that all of you got your questions answered, even if he's not telling the truth. I mean, no offense, Colin, but you did work for Chille for so long, and you knew he was a piece of shit prior to working for him. So people are definitely 100% going to be pretty skeptic on the things that you say or your motives.
Absolutely, they're welcome to their opinion. I'm definitely telling the truth. They'll find out I'm a genuine person. Like I was telling them in the chat earlier, if you come around my channel and hang around, you'll get to know me and get to see that.
Right.
And
I'm not here to say Colin is the sale or the end of it, and whatever he says goes, and we all have to believe him. That's not what I was setting this up for. This was just, lots of people still had questions even after you had gone on live streams, and I thought, well, let's let everybody ask their question.
Yep. And another thing I want to mention is that, there really is no way that I don't get how people think I'm trolling, because there's no way Chille would blow up his own channel and everything he's doing, just to try to troll somebody. I mean, there's no benefit for it.
However, and I agree kind of with that, but Chille is the type to go to extremes for money, and this could be a complete setup where you were pretending to do your part, and then all of his subscribers were going to feel so bad for Chille and send him all their money yet again so they don't eat for 3 days like he asked one other time. And then all of a sudden, bam, Colin's back.
I'm never
See
going
what I'm
back
saying?
to him. I can guarantee you I'm never going back to him. I've learned my lesson. I should have listened to you guys in the first place, but I've learned my lesson. I'm never going back to him.
But that's what I'm saying, is like, people, I guess time will tell that this wasn't a setup by Chille and you. I'm just saying that it's a possibility, because it is Chille we're talking about.
Absolutely.
I don't think he's ever told the truth in his life, and everything he does is strictly for money and attention, and that's it. And he will go to any extreme to get either one.
Oh, he will. Absolutely.
Let me see some more questions here.
Has he tried to use me in the past to troll people? Yes, absolutely.
Oh, I believe that.
He tried to get me to troll Dickbag once by sending him a video that Chille made, and pretending like it was from somebody else. He wanted him to air it, because if he did, he was going to copyright it. That way he could, copyright strike it multiple times and get him off YouTube.
Well, yeah, he likes to copyright strike everybody.
A lot.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I already answered that. So Zach and Butch ask, "Are you planning on being on one of Team Skeptic's live streams?"
I would. I haven't been asked to, but I would.
Hmm. Okay. Well, if he asks.
Yep.
Good question. All right. So Twister's Music asks, "What happened to the speeding ticket Chille got on his way to his cousin's funeral?"
It was dismissed. I'm
Why do
not.
all of his tickets get dismissed? Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's for the reason he says it is, because I know he filed he appealed it by mail or whatever.
Uh huh.
I don't know if it's because of what he said in the appeal, or whether they just threw it out because the cop wasn't going to make it, or I mean, I don't know what the
Right.
reason is, but I do know they threw that ticket out.
Okay. Tube Socks asks, "Is it true that he was more scared of DMA than Chad Gu, and he thought DMA would kick his ass?"
I'm not sure about DMA. He hadn't talked too much about DMA other than screaming at me for using DMA in as I pulled some of his old work to edit to make videos from. And when I did that, and he didn't know about it. He flipped out because he didn't want DMA on his channel. He didn't want to promote that guy because he can't stand him.
Yeah. Well, he lost out on a lot of money because DMA people were giving the money directly to DMA and Sweaty Teas than to Chille when Chille was asking for it. So yeah.
And they're smart for doing that because Philly's a con man. And that's all.
Mm-hmm.
And all the like he when we did fundraisers for people and there was an overage, whether it was $1 over or $1,000 over, whatever it was, he'd keep the over. He wouldn't send it all to them. He would just send them what he said he was going to raise, the $1,000 or $500 or whatever it is.
Right. Okay, so Troll Auditing the Trolls asks, "How does it feel about frauded auditor communities being supportive because of tribalism, like supporting Chille, an obvious con man, and supporting Wrangler's stolen valor?" Good question.
I don't like tribalism at all, period. Whether it be on auditing channels or troll channels or whatever the case may be. I don't believe in it. I don't like it. I think it's the downfall of the internet, the downfall of YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
People should be free to like whoever they want, and if they like one creator, and like Chille, big thing was he didn't anybody that liked the troll channel, he didn't want them in his live, and
of course
that I think that's wrong. You can like Chille and also like Kate at the same time, because there's a lot of people like that. It's weird, but I don't like the tribalism at all.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good question, Tats. Thank you. And I know he had been asking a question. That's why I tried to get his as quick as possible. Okay. So that one's done. Captain Happy Gets a Brunch asks, "Where does he get that chapstick that makes your lips like a powdered donut?"
That is, I would say, probably from the drugs that he does, because if anybody's done drugs, it dries you out. You get hot mouth real bad. It'll dry your mouth out. It'll dry everything. So
absolutely,
it's probably from all the drugs he's doing.
El Vampiro asks, "Have you heard if Chille is a bedwetter?" Now these are actual questions because of the way he has behaved.
Oh yeah. He's as much as he cries, and it's a big baby. I'd say probably so. I don't know.
I wouldn't doubt it.
So.
Oh wait, Big Bork Little Bite, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. "Who, what, when, where, and why has Chille really helped?" That's an excellent question. Purple Dragon, hi.
The way I look at it is the people that we've raised money for, we have helped. Because they wouldn't have gotten any money at all had we not helped them. Was he
But be
keeping
honest.
extra money?
Yeah, that's what I was fixing to ask you. Be honest. They're not getting all the money he's fundraising.
Yeah, I know they're not getting all the money. He's keeping some of it.
Most of it.
No, not
I've
most
talked
of
to
it.
one of the families.
Not
He's
most of it.
keeping a big chunk of it, more than
No.
what he should be.
Well, it depends. Like I said, whatever he says he raises, he gives to them. Whatever comes in over that is what he keeps. So I mean, it depends on the situation.
Okay.
But he like that. That's why I look at it as helping people, because they wouldn't have had that money without us, raising the money for them or whatever. But
Right,
like I
but
said,
having Chille in your life, that's no.
No, that's why I said
That's
that's one of the
hurting
reasons
them.
why I wanted to leave, because even though we raised money for them, all it did was hurt them more, because
Right.
once they got involved with Chille, then the cops would target them, like with how they took her kid and stuff. They once Chille gets in bed, once they get in bed with Chille, then they end up worse off afterward.
Boy.
Same thing with like Lainey Hudson case and all that. So it's just I
Yeah.
don't. That's why I wanted to leave. But besides of he showed his true colors. That's the other reason I wanted to leave, is because I started to see that the people that we were helping weren't actually being helped. They were being hurt.
Right. Okay, so you already answered the next question. Okay, good. I'm putting them up there so that we don't forget what they are after they're asked. Twister's Music asked, what happened to the speeding ticket that Chille got in Arizona on the way to the dentist? There's an awful lot of speeding tickets.
Yeah, he speeds a lot. So
yeah, and he presents his trifold too. The trifold that's supposed to save your life.
Yeah, I don't know how he still has a license, because all the speeding he does, there's points attached to speeding. So
right,
as much as he's gotten speeding tickets, it's a wonder he hadn't had his license suspended or revoked for it.
Oh, it probably is. You just haven't seen it.
I know for a while he didn't have insurance on his car, so it wouldn't surprise me if he's driving without a license too.
That's not a surprise.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So next question is from El Vampiro. Has this all been planned by Chille to grift for more money using you?
Yes, you all didn't know it, but this is just a big elaborate hoax. No, I'm kidding. I'm being 100% genuine. I didn't want any of this to be public. I told him that. You can read it in the messages back and forth between him. All I wanted was
known to fake messages and phone call emails.
Huh?
Chille is also known for faking emails, phone calls.
Oh yeah, you're welcome to think what you want. I mean, everybody's opinion.
I started walking around. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's my fault. No, what I said is Chille is known for faking emails, text messages, and phone calls.
Absolutely. So, I mean, like I said, you're welcome. Everybody's welcome to have their own opinion. I'm definitely being genuine, though. This is not a hoax, a sit patrol. I didn't want any of this to happen. I wouldn't even if he wanted to, I wouldn't let him do it, because I didn't want any. I mean, I own the fact that I used to be on drugs and stuff, but I never, I don't want people necessarily know I'm still in meth with them. So,
well, this is your job too. Like,
yeah,
you were getting paid for a service. No matter who your boss was, it was still a service that you were getting paid for. So that kind of has to sting a bit.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hey, the adults are talking. Ask, has Chille ever been with a woman friend during the time you were working with him or for him?
No. Not at all. That's why I said, I think he might be gay. He talks, like he wants to, be with a woman or has been with a woman before, but I think
Mhm.
it's just a show because he's never since I've worked with him, he's never been with a woman. He's never said nothing. And just the way he
Right.
talks about women, I don't see any woman that would want to be with him the way he talks and treats them and thinks of them.
Right. Absolutely. Um. Okay, I'm just going through to try and find more questions. If I missed your question at any time, please repost it. Colby asked again about the headphones. Colin said he doesn't know. Me, from what I have been told and what I understand, is he's trying to deform his ears to look like the ears of an MMA fighter so that when he tells people he's a professional MMA fighter, they'll believe him better.
No, I mean
And I
to
wouldn't
my
put it past
knowledge,
him.
he has done like MMA stuff before, but he's not like he's not like proficient in it. He's not like a big MMA champion or anything. Like all the stuff he says about knowing Chuck Norris and all that, like all that stuff's a lie.
Oh, of course.
He might have been, like I said, it's either everything out of her mouth is either a lie or an exaggeration. He may have been in the gym with that person once at the same time in the same gym with them or something, but he doesn't know them. He never did a video. Like it's all lies.
Right. I agree. Unclean hands. Sexual preference shouldn't. It doesn't matter.
No, not at all.
Um.
If he is, he should own it, though.
Oh yeah. I mean, at least that would explain why he hates women so much.
Exactly.
Tube Socks asks, does he actually donate the money to the people he says he will give it to?
Yes.
And we already went over that, but yeah. Some of it, not all of it, but yes.
Not all of it, though.
Adrian Dak Bear Club asks, how does Chille find his victims? Oh, that's an amazing question.
They come to him.
So you're telling me that Lainey's parents went to him?
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, I'll put it this way: there's some, the majority of them come to him. Either they email him, or they call him, or whatever, or it's through a subscriber that one of the subscribers knows him or something.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few there that he's watched somebody's video and reached out to them after seeing their video on somebody else's channel or whatever. But the majority of them have reached out to him.
Oh, I just banned somebody again by accident. Unclean hands, can you unban him, please? I'm trying to get these questions starred, and then the chat moves up. Bandit 28004, thank you so much for the $2.79 Canadian monies. Tube Sock is trying to cover up a murder. Yes. Okay, so I am so sorry, Twister's music. Hopefully you will be unbanned here shortly. I think, like, as far as the victims go, I think that he just sifts through news on YouTube, like cop shoots somebody, and that's how he pulls them up.
He finds some of them that way, yeah. But the majority of them are people that reach out to him and send them their videos.
Wow. Okay, Tim Berry asks, does he accept responsibility for landing Deborah Rogers in Dale?
Not at all. Not a bit. He takes no responsibility for anything. He's a narcissist. Yeah. And one of the things about narcissists are they are never wrong. They cannot handle no. And it just, yeah, no, not at all. He takes no responsibility for anything he does, including that.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. Kalakawai 123 asking, why would police kill him off when there would be multiple witnesses? Because, he's always claiming they're going to kill him or they're only out to kill people.
He is extremely paranoid. And he's a major, big time conspiracy theorist. Like he thinks that, the moon landing was fake and COVID was fake, and the school shooting up in I think it was Massachusetts or whatever. What was the name of it?
Which one? There's a lot of them.
The one, Sandy Hook. He thinks Sandy Hook was fake.
Oh, wow.
So he's a big time conspiracy theorist and just very paranoid about everything.
Well, I know he thinks that COVID was fake too, so that says a lot about him.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that one's done. Steve Miller Talk asks, how can anyone support Chille? He's so weak-minded that he can't defend his ideas, but instead has to try and silence critics through bullying and frivolous court filings.
Yeah, he has a super thin skin. He can't take even the slightest criticism on anything.
Right.
And the reason people, like him is because he talks a good game. On the surface, he looks like a decent, everything is on the surface looks good until you dig into it, and then you can find out that it's all bullcrap.
Right.
Like a lot of people, the problem is
right.
A lot of people don't think for themselves. A lot of people don't do the research. So if you just listen to what he says and takes it as gospel, then you think it's true because you're not researching it to learn otherwise.
Okay, so the next one that we have is Abby Colin. When Chille collects for others, does he not realize that the money going to Chille has a fee? Then the money is sent to the other party and has a fee. So there is not much left.
There's no fee for the person receiving it, but there is a fee for the person sending it.
I'm reading this.
He does realize that, and he deducts that from whatever he's going to send them. Obviously, to my knowledge, I mean, he does that with me.
Like, it would have been nice if you could have gotten screenshots of, financial stuff to prove whether or not he really is sending all this money.
Yeah.
Okay. And Big Bjork Little Bite, thank you for the $2 super chat. So Chille won't help anyone if there's no grift for him?
No, the only reason he helps anybody is if he's getting something out of it. He's either getting, he wants to feel good for his narcissism. He's either doing it to make himself look good or to feel good, or he's doing it for money reasons. He's extremely motivated by money. So the most of the stuff he does is for money. But a lot of it, like I said, is either for clout or just for his narcissism to make himself feel good, like he's a good person.
Yeah, he thinks he is.
And he believes a lot of the lies. He tells so many lies that he believes his own lies.
Right. I don't know what's going on in chat, but Bandit 2804, thank you so much for the $2.79 Canadian monies. Tube supports stolen valor. Yeah, we're not going to get into that on this stream. We'll deal with that on another stream.
Yeah.
Stephen Smith asks, has he ever been cited for distracted driving?
Yes, Apple Valley, that's what he was cited for.
That's what I thought so. Any other time other than that?
Not that I know of firsthand. He probably was, but not that I know of firsthand.
Yeah, I find it odd that he doesn't get pulled over quite as often as he should.
I agree. Oh, and another thing, he'll park in handicap spots too, even though he's not
What?
handicapped. Yeah, yeah. Because I remember one time I was on the phone with him, and he was trying to park or whatever, and he parked in a handicap spot, and somebody came out yelling at him, and I was on the phone while he was yelling at the. I heard him yelling back and forth with the person, cussing at him.
Oh, wow. Oh, Kalikoi 123, I hope you feel better soon. Sorry, I'm just going through and pulling questions.
Yeah, COVID's nasty.
Still
So
got more. Oh, yeah. It's definitely not fake like Chille thinks.
no, not at all. I've had people that die, that I know that have died from it. I've never had it, luckily myself, but I've had people that have died from it.
I'm surprised Chille never got it, honestly.
I'm not sure that he hasn't, honestly. I know he says he hasn't, but I don't know if that's the truth.
Okay. So we have Lemon Tart's question next. Does Chille pay taxes on any money he gets? If not, has he heard from the IRS?
I know he doesn't pay taxes on anything. No.
Oh, yeah, I know that too.
Yeah, no, he's never taxed me whatsoever. He doesn't pay taxes on a business. That's why his business in California, because he his Ethics SCS Incorporated, which he had in California, that was shut down and suspended because of not paying taxes.
Right.
So he opened up another company under the same name, except LLC, in Las Vegas. And he's not, he might pay taxes now because he's just been outed, but prior to me outing him, he's never paid a dime in taxes on anything. He never even asked me for my Social Security number when he hired me.
And so you never got a 1099?
Nope, never got a 1099. Never asked me for my social. And as you see on the Cash App stuff that he sent me, he would put donation on the line because he wanted to try to hide it.
Yeah, I used to be an IRS agent. I checked on him a year ago. He does not pay taxes.
No, and his whole claim that I was on disability and didn't want to work over the table or that's a lie because I've never been on disability in my life. I've had medical problems with me. I've applied to disability once at one point, but I've never been on disability. I actually was able to find a job that I could do anyway. So, yeah, I've never been on disability.
Okay, so this question, can Colin confirm, or wait, has Colin informed the police about the threats from Chille?
I was informed by attorney not to do that, so I'm not going to do that.
Ooh. Why? Why would the attorney tell you not to report him for threats?
Because
doesn't make sense.
Because I've there's no sense in trying to get a protection order because I wouldn't get it because they know I'm not scared of him because I'm coming on all these panels and stuff. So
okay.
Yeah, legally that's what I was told. It wouldn't make any sense to do it.
Right. Oops. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get these in order. Okay, next question. Can Colin confirm that Jeff Lloyd is the actual owner of Chille's YouTube channel?
Yes. Jeff Lloyd owns Delete Laws. Now, I'll put it I don't know if he owns the YouTube channel itself, but I know he owns Delete Laws. So he would own the brand and everything.
So that's why Chille wasn't able to, what is it? Somebody help me in the chat. You know, when he talks about copyright or, in other words, he can't make it to where nobody can use it and he can sue you for using it.
Oh, no. I mean, he could. Like, he's the CEO of it. He has power under Delete Laws. He's just not, the full owner of it.
Right. And being not the full owner means he can't trademark it under himself.
Not under Chille de Castro. No, it would have to be under Delete Laws, the brand. But but he is I believe he is part owner of it, but Jeff Floyd is the majority owner, and he's the one that gave him all the money and got it started, and it's in Jeff Floyd's name and all that. But the reason Chille doesn't copyright anything is because he's broke. All the money he blows like water. He doesn't have money to copyright. It's expensive to copyright videos.
But didn't you say he makes like 20,000 a month?
1 month we made 20,000, or he made 20,000. But a lot of the months are a lot less than that. But it's still good money though. But he blows.
Well, yeah.
He buys, I guess, drugs. And then stupid stuff as well. I
believe that.
Like he bought a slider, which is like a dolly, like trading tracks.
That you put a camera
on and slide. Yeah. Right. He bought one of that. He paid like $1,000 or $1,500, something like that for it.
Idiot.
He bought a table, a table that had a glass top for like $1,000 or something like that. Like he blows so much money. And when cop outfits, he rents that cop outfit all the time to film videos.
He doesn't even own that outfit, really?
No, he rents it, and he spends a ton of money renting it. He rents it from a costume shop in L.A.
Oh, that's awesome. I had a feeling he didn't own that thing. And then he's always like, I have a question. All these actors in his crappy little videos, like when he does these police acting things, does he pay them?
I'm not sure if he pays them or not. I know they're buddies of his, and a lot of times he stays at their house, so that's how he gets them.
Okay.
Yeah, because he doesn't live in
so it's kind of like,
obviously. So when he goes to LA to film,
right? It's kind of like, if you let me sleep on your couch, I'll put you in a video.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, what a loser.
Yeah. And in his head, he really does think he's some big Hollywood producer,
No, he does. You can tell by the way he talks. He really does believe that.
Yep.
Okay. And then we have... Okay. When Chille makes those... Very good question.
I did not hear you. You cut out. You there?
So they are real?
I didn't hear anything he said except for they are real.
Oh, I said, so they are... Oh, the question is on the screen as well. Just in case I break out or break up on here, because I'm just having to do something really quick, but I am still with you guys. I'm not doing a Chille, but I am driving with you guys. Basically, all those calls that he makes to police departments and detectives and all these other people that he calls and threatens and yells at, and in voicemail, are those calls fake or real?
They're real.
I thought so. Yeah,
absolutely real. And I honestly don't know why they haven't arrested him yet for harassment. I mean, there's a million things you could arrest him for.
I agree. Way too many things you could arrest him for on that one.
Yep.
Okay, that one's done. Okay, so Block Me Coward asks, for someone who never wanted this to go public, how many platforms in the same community is needed to repeat the same story that none of these channels have verified to be true?
I've offered to go on, any channel that wants to have me on. He slandered my name out there, so I want to tell my side, and I want everybody to know who he really is. So that's the only reason I'm coming on these platforms. I want people to know exactly what a POS he is.
Right. Thank you, Purple Dragon, for the $5 super chat. Sorry I was gone so long. I love you, Reaper, and thanks for not pulling my wrench. I missed a lot of the people in chat, too. Well, we missed you. I've just been waiting for you to roll back around. I know you said that you were going to take a short hiatus because you weren't feeling well, so I just waited for you. Tube Socks asks, he says he is completely broke. Can he get his teeth fixed, or does he choose not to?
He wants to get them fixed, but he can't save enough money to do it because he's always spending it all.
I mean, that's kind of a priority.
You think it would be. He's on camera all the time, so
right.
And especially his image matters to him. He's so is it not superficial, but self-conscious. He's so self-conscious about himself.
He's very shallow.
I stopped putting him on thumbnails because of it. Like, he would constantly, anytime I put his face on a thumbnail, he would complain about how terrible he looks and find another picture. The only picture he would ever want me to put on his thumbnail was for like 20 years ago, a headshot photo he had from 20 years ago.
And well, we all know he doesn't look like that.
Yeah, no, dude, you don't look like that anymore. So I just stopped putting him on it. I started putting cops on it instead.
Block Me Coward asks a question to me. Is this the new thing in the community to highlight a story without verifying the story? Well, like I said in the beginning, if he's lying, he's lying. But most of what he's already telling us, we pretty much already knew. It's all I'm doing is I'm letting my subscribers ask questions, and then Colin is answering them. Whether he's being honest about them or not, that's on him. But I just wanted to open the platform up and the floor for everybody to ask direct questions. That's all.
Yeah, you guys are answering me, asking me questions, and I'm answering them to the best of my ability. Some of this stuff is verified, either from what you guys know already or what I've put. I've put a lot of stuff out on my channel already that proves a lot of the stuff, and I'm going to continue to keep dumping stuff out there. So, yeah, I mean, you can take my word for some of it, or you can just read the stuff I've put out there, and that's pretty much all I got to say on that.
Okay. Next question is, do you know if Chille is being honest about his criminal record, and has he ranted to you about any of it?
He's not being honest whatsoever. He does have a criminal record, 100%. And he, as far as ranting about, he's ranted about people, saying he has a criminal record. That really triggers him. That's one of the things that really gets under his skin.
Well, isn't that why he went after Kate in the first place? Because she threw out his criminal record?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And she's still awesome for doing so.
100%.
Okay.
And it's her right to do that. It's public.
Absolutely. Scott Hubert asks, how often does Chille really sleep in his van? Has it changed over the time that Colin has been with Chille?
Since I've been with him, he hasn't slept in his van except for, times where he's been like on the road driving, for various reasons or whatever.
Right.
Because he's got a studio and he squats in his studio. He's not supposed to be living there. But he stays in the studio.
What do you mean he's not supposed, like, it's a studio, so why isn't he allowed to live there?
It's in a strip mall. It's commercial. It's not.
Oh, gotcha.
It's not a residence. It's not. He's not supposed to, be living there. It's explicitly says he's not supposed to live there, and he does anyway.
That's awesome. Okay. Next question is by Hey, the Adults Are Talking. If Chille is making so much money on YouTube and from trifles, why does he still not have a place to live?
Because he blows it like water. He's so a lot of the money he spends, he puts it back into the business by buying just dumb things like hiring, or not hiring, but renting the police outfit and like buying a dolly and like things like a computer. There's various things
Right.
like that. So I mean, he blows all his money, so that's why he can't afford a studio in that, and he's more worried about maintaining the illusion that he's a big time
Right.
producer rather than caring about having a place to stay. That's why he would rather get a studio over a house.
Uh-huh. Wow. I kind of figured that. That is definitely sad. Thank
Because he
you.
could very easily, run a house or something and run his studio out of there. But then he couldn't say, "Oh, I'm a big time producer," because his studio is just in his house. He wants to pretend like he's got this big time YouTube studio.
Yeah, but
And
it's in a
matter of
strip
fact,
mall.
yep. And the email, he hired 2 new editors like about a month before I came on. And he did that because, one, I told him I would not help him on that Project Aliens thing.
Right.
Because it's the stupidest thing I've ever
Yeah,
seen in
that's
my
weird.
life. Yeah, it's so dumb. But he also did that to try to use against me too, because he wanted, like, he would say, "Oh, well, I had to hire them, so because you won't do what I want, so now your pay is going to go down because of it. Now I have to split your pay with them."
Yeah, it don't work that way.
Yeah, no.
Wow. So it's still not surprising. Okay. Is Chille living in his sister's house when he's in Las Vegas? Is his sister's car the one that he borrows the most?
No, he has a van. He's got his own van.
Oh, wow, really?
I don't know whether it's paid off or he makes payments on it, but he has a van. It's a Honda something or another, but he's got a van.
Wait a minute, that's not the one that got repossessed or stolen or whatever?
No, he got another one.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a Honda van though. And as far as staying at his sister's house, he does stay there from time to time, but he doesn't have to. Most of the time, he stays in his studio. But he does stay at her sister's from time to time because he babysits their, his nieces and nephews or whatever for them occasionally. So,
oh, God,
he stays there when he does that.
Why would you trust Chille with your children?
I don't get it.
You're
I
welcome,
have something
Scott.
real cringeworthy that I'm going to put out in a few days. It's audio where he tried to, we were fighting over something, and he tried to get his nephew on the phone to tell me I'm wrong. Like he kept saying back, to his nephew while he's on the phone with me, "Tell him he's wrong. Tell Colin he's wrong. Tell him he's wrong. Go ahead, tell him." He's like, "No, I don't want to." He's like, "Come on, tell him. And he just wouldn't stop for like 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. But I have that on audio, and I will be releasing that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I was going to say, anything on audio you should release. Does Chille buy most of his friends?
Yes. Whenever he gets in a fight with somebody or whatever, he thinks that paying him makes it all right. Buying him a gift or something makes it all right. That's where the computer came from. Even though I needed it for work or whatever, the reason he said he would buy me a computer originally is because we got in a big fight, and that was his way of trying to pay me off.
Oh, wow. Again, nothing.
Yeah, he thinks money. So he thinks money. He can be a dickhead and then just make it right by giving somebody money.
Right. Hey, the adults are talking. Ask, can you tell us more about the Project Aliens?
Sure. Project Aliens is an idea that he's come up with, kind of like Teletubbies. I kid you not. It's geared.
As if Chille wasn't cringy enough.
Yeah, and it's geared specifically for kids, and it's it's him. Oops, and
sorry.
him and random other people dressed up in alien costumes, which is his alien costumes don't even look like alien costumes. They're ridiculous. They're just people in like Dickies jumpsuits,
Mm-hmm.
or like mechanic jumpsuits with an alien mask on.
Oh, jeez.
And the whole premise of it is they do like weird things and build things, and it's going to be, when it's out, it's going to be done in like 5x, like extra, like fast, super fast.
Right.
So like one of the episodes, I think the first episode is where he built a wall of TVs in his studio. He bought like 50 TVs and put them all up next to each other in his studio.
Right.
And he filmed himself and somebody else doing that dressed as aliens. And it really weird. And then another episode, they built a table. And then while they were building a table, they would be playing around and like jumping on the table and going under the table and sliding each other around on the table. One person would lay and they'd swing you by the feet. All that's the clip he sent me was him and this person dressed in an alien costume swinging around on a table. And then another episode he was filming was out at, I think, Red Rock or whatever, where he's like, the aliens have landed. So he's got some weird ideas there, but it's super
way
weird.
Out there, isn't he?
Yep. And he's got a channel for it. I don't know. I think he's probably going to change the name now. But
I'm sure he will.
Yeah, but he's already got a channel made for it, and it's in somebody else's name because he doesn't want anybody to know that it's that he's involved with it. This was supposed to be completely top secret.
Right. Colin from El Vampiro says, have the feds contacted you? And before you answer, I may break up a time or two. I'm making my way back to the house. So if I break up a little bit, I will clear back out.
Okay. No, there's been no police or FBI or anything contact me yet. Although I would be open to talking to them. I might reach out to Vegas myself, actually.
I would love to know his obsession with children. Like the whole trying to get children to come out to, what was it, Virginia? With the Laney case, he was trying to get... Yeah, do you know about that? You were with him then. When he was trying to get children to actually go against their parents and leave their homes to go out to Virginia and meet him.
Yeah, I don't know too much about that. Like, I didn't know he was doing that. I do know that he did do that. He is the one that did that. But as far as like everybody said he was supposed to be there and he was going there. He never had plans to go there. He was never actually going there. So that was a lie. He was never going there.
But
where? as far as I don't know what his obsession is with it, but it was definitely him.
He did go.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he did. So him and Gloria were lying.
No, he never went there. He never went there. Not one bit.
Because he said he was there. Gloria said he was there. Gloria, as a matter of fact, I think said he was staying with her.
Nope, he was not there. He never went there.
So that was all a lie as well, of course. Yep. Oh, it's not surprising at all. All he does is lie. Quick question from me as well. What do you know what kind of relationship he has with his family? Other than his sister who lets him stay there once in a while.
His family does not like him. To my knowledge, his mom, I think he said she has dementia or something.
Of course he's gonna say that.
So I don't know whether how much of that is true, I'm not really too sure about the mom's relationship, other than I do know that she spoils him or has spoiled him. As far as the rest of the family, the rest of the family can't stand him. Even his sister, his sister, tries to tell him what to do, give him advice and stuff, and he, even that, like he can't stand his sister too. There's been many times where he's vented to me, so pissed off about his sister trying to tell him what to do, or telling him. At one point they said they didn't want him to be around the kids one day or something, and he was just so pissed off about that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's not a surprise. I mean, we kind of knew just from the things he said, but yeah, one minute his family doesn't like him, and the next minute he has this big, gigantic family that loves and adores him, and we kind of find that hard to believe.
Yeah, no, his family can't stand him.
All right, that's good. Then they at least have some kind of common sense where he does not. So it did skip over him in the gene pool. When he ran away from the gangster and went dark, did he pay that kid to bug him so he could yell at him and sound alpha?
No. I forget Michael, what's his name? Not Michael.
Michael something.
Yeah, Michael Pick. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, no, he did not know that guy. That guy just showed up on his own. He claimed that he was working for Kate. He was one of Kate's trolls. I don't even think that was true, but Chille believes that. And it was not fake.
Yeah, he believes Kate sent all kinds of people after him.
Yeah, but he actually, he sued that guy. As a matter of fact.
Oh, really? What happened?
Yeah. In the California lawsuit, he sued him in the California.
Did he win?
I haven't been.
No, he didn't win.
But yeah, I don't think I'm not sure if the California one's done yet or not, but he did sue him in it.
For what exactly? Approaching him and yelling the truth in his face?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Like, how do you sue somebody for that? Yeah, that's not going anywhere. Chille, I've been saying it since day number one. Chille couldn't win a lawsuit even if he sued himself.
No, he doesn't know what he's doing, and the legal people that he has that are actually writing the lawsuits for him
are not lawyers.
They're a bunch of morons too. Yeah, they're not lawyers. They don't know what they're doing. They also do not understand the law. They're just as bad as Chille.
How do you have a legal team of non-lawyers? That it's for intimidation, basically.
Exactly.
That way he can say, "I have a legal team."
Oh yeah,
he'll say people are intimidated by it.
He wants, like I said, it's all about the facade. He wants to make it out like he's this big, huge CEO of a major corporation. Even talking to me all the time, he tries to, sound like he's this big, powerful guy. And, I'm an executive. You have to listen to me. I'm your boss. I'm an executive. When you have a company, you have to do what the boss says. And, he's talking about, like, if you do what I say, then I'll make you an executive too. I'm like, Chille, it's not a corporation. It's an executive. It's just you and me, bud. Okay.
It's a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It's not Amazon or Google.
No.
Oh,
and as far as, like, I didn't get involved in any of the legal cases or anything.
Right.
Like, he kept everything very compartmentalized. Like, nobody's allowed to talk to each other. So I didn't talk to them. They didn't talk to me. Oh, really? Yeah, like, he didn't want anybody to talk to each other. I guess it's because he lies so many different things to different people. He didn't want one person catching it and ganging up on him or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, he didn't. Funny. Yeah, he didn't want anybody to talk to each other. So I know who the legal people are that he had, but I never was involved with it or anything.
That is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know very many companies that have a policy that says you can't talk to anybody else in any other department.
Oh, I know. And even if there was a case where I had to talk to somebody or whatever, and he would put a signal, like we talk through Signal. And, he would set up a chat chain between me and that person, but he'd make sure he put himself on it too.
Oh, of course. That way you guys knew not to say certain things because he was right there watching and listening.
Exactly. He monitored everything to make sure that you weren't talking anything he didn't want you to say or whatever. And also when you were done, like whenever you were, like, if we were doing it for a live stream or something, then as soon as the live stream was over, boom, he would delete the chat thread so you couldn't talk to that person anymore.
I wondered about that because I've gone back a couple times trying to look for the chat because there was something in there I wanted to screenshot or missed it, and somebody said something about it, and it's always gone.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Wow, he really does think that he's covering his ass.
Oh yeah, and even like before, like if he says something on a live stream that he didn't want to say or whatever, and because there's a lot of videos where he'll do a live stream or something and then he'll private it real quick,
right?
Because he didn't want people to hear something. I'm like,
Right.
Chille, it's already out there. Everybody's already has it downloaded. It's going to be on 10 troll channels, tonight. So I don't know why. I told him there's no reason to private it. Why are you privating it? Because it's already out there. The internet's forever.
Well,
once you put it out there, it's not going away.
Well, what Chille doesn't seem to understand is that there are people out there that automatically record all of our live streams.
Absolutely.
So while it's going on, it's being recorded. He cannot make that disappear.
Yep.
I don't care how many times he tries to cut it out. It's just not going to disappear.
That's part of him not understanding anything at all. Not understanding how YouTube works, nothing.
Absolutely. I mean, he doesn't even understand how to use a hammer.
No.
So that's not at all surprising. Okay, we've got, did Chille come on to you? I heard he was bi. Again, his sexual preference doesn't matter. I need to filter some of these questions better.
Yeah, no, he never came on to me, but I never met him in person. Like if in person, maybe he would have. I don't know.
Oh wait, so you never met him in person?
No, he actually went out of his way when he came to where Riot Girl was. I actually was staying less than an hour away from him, about 45 minutes away.
Okay.
And he went out of his way not to meet me. He did not want to meet me. Like he tell me when he was flying in, he was very secretive about all that. And then when he finally did land, then he said the reason wanted to go to the audit with him. I said, I'll go with you. He said the reason he didn't want me to go was because he works alone. He doesn't bring anybody with him. It messes him up. So, and that's a lie because he took rights on with him to that audit. He took the lawyer guy, I think his name's Mark or whatever. He took the lawyer guy with him, her lawyer, and then he took Riot Girl too, Jessica. He took her as well. So he took a whole posse with him to that audit. So he specifically went out of his way just to avoid me. And I wonder if that's because he was going to fire me from the beginning. Like I said, I think he just ran out of money from going on all these trips, and he never intended to pay me anyway.
Oh, absolutely. Somebody asked me this way early on in the stream, in the chat, but do you know who Writes On is?
Yes. I'm not going to out him though, because he's a good guy, and he's.
No, I'm not asking you to dox him or anything like that.
Although Chille's already doxed him on his stream multiple times because he's such a dumbass.
Oh, I see. I missed that.
Yeah, he's doxed Writes On multiple times.
Oh wow. Such a great guy.
Because he gets so high on his streams that he doesn't pay attention to what he's doing, and he'll show his phone or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And the guy's real name will be.
So stupid. Did Chille stage the Nutella incident? I think we went through that already, the sunken grave. Colin wasn't there during that time, but more than likely he did stage it.
Yeah.
Yogi B asked, does he script his interviews on live streams and tells them what to say to fit his goal or narrative?
He does tell them or guide them what to say, but it's not scripted. He doesn't script anything. That's why it's so horrible. A lot of the stuff he does is just so horrible because he doesn't script anything. He doesn't take the time to sit down and write down. He just does it on the fly. But yeah, he does guide people.
Explains a lot.
Yeah, and he gets upset if people say stuff he doesn't want them to say, and he tries to guide them back or whatever.
Oh, wow. Tube Sock says, again, nothing to do with the live stream. Bandit 2804 is a News Now Houston Sock account. Beware. We'll deal with that one at a later time. I have no clue what's going on in the live chat. But it looks like we missed some pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
Let me see if there's any more. Okay. How much does he really hate blue bacon?
Quite a lot. Quite a lot. Yeah, that's...
It's because blue bacon is a man and is intelligent, has an education, and yeah, that's basically it.
He hates anybody that exposes him. You know, that's all it takes. I mean, he hates anybody that talks bad about him or whatever, but if they actually expose something that's true about him, then that's when he gets super enraged and like really gets mad.
Oh, absolutely. If I missed anybody's questions, go ahead and repost and I'll ask. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Does Chille have a bank account in Colombia? And was his father in prison for 20 years?
He's told me that his dad used to, or was in the cartel. So it's possible. I don't know about prison, but as far as I know, he was, or at least Chille says that that his dad was part of the cartel in Colombia. But that doesn't mean it's
selling dime bags does not make you part of the cartel. But okay, Chille.
Yeah, I have no idea. And as far as bank account, I have no idea either. I mean, I know he doesn't, he hadn't given it to me. I know his bank accounts that he has. I have his account numbers and stuff for the stuff he's got in the U.S. here, but I don't have anything for Colombia. So if he does, I don't know it.
Right. Sue Bear has a question. Did he set up the Allegheny interview? All right. Did he set up the Allegheny interview?
Nothing was set up, as far as like staged or whatever now.
Okay. Is that what you meant, Sue Bear? We'll come back. Yogi B37, is Chille a convicted felon?
I'm not sure.
You know of.
I'm not sure. I don't think he is, because I know he took a diversion program, which I think is, it removed that felony. So I don't, I think that's why he can legally carry a gun. Because he does carry guns. I mean, he goes everywhere with his,
Well,
revolver.
no, he legally cannot carry a gun because he has protection orders against him. Right, but he has protection orders against him, which makes him unable to carry firearms. Oh, I wouldn't doubt that.
Oh, yeah, he carries his gun everywhere.
Oh, okay, she's asking, did he actually interview them with the Allegheny thing?
What is the Allegheny thing? I don't know what she means by that.
I'll let her come back to that. Yes, Chille does play things up for attention, and not good attention, of course. Did you unblock Chille? If yes, is he still harassing you? By hey, the adults are talking.
I have not unblocked him, and I'm not going to. I did send him a $1 request. I did send him a $1 request for a Cash App, and on the subject line, I said, "Do the right thing and pay me my money." But that's it.
Right. Okay. Oh, they're talking about the bad interview.
You broke up a little bit.
Was that an actual interview? Oh, sorry. The Anthony Allegheny interview that went really bad the other night. I guess she's asking, was that a real interview that he did?
Yes, it was a real interview. He went there and actually interviewed them.
Okay.
And they didn't contact him. That's one of the ones where he went to seek them out.
Right. Yeah. And I just like with Lainey Hudson, I believe he went and see, or Gloria actually helped set that one up.
Yeah, it was
she
a
lives in the
subscriber.
area.
It was. I don't know if it was Gloria, but it was a subscriber that set that up. That knew the family.
Okay, yeah, I think that was Gloria.
I think it was a male subscriber because I remember
really?
it was a male. It was a guy he was talking to originally when it happened. It was telling him about it.
Has anyone? Oh, this is a good one by Abby. Has anyone turned down a request for Chille to interview them? If yes, who?
A lot of people. You know, he's. I don't off the top of my head. I don't remember. But
interesting.
But yeah, I mean, he all the time would tell me, you know, go find this person or you know, go see if you can get a hold of them, see if they want to do an interview. And when I did that, 90% of them wouldn't even message me back. Yeah,
nice.
So.
That's awesome. So yeah. Let's see. Oh, Jeff C. Basically, this is Colin. If you remember, he was Chille's editor and producer and social media person. And clear this up. Did you get fired or did you quit?
He fired me. I was working on quitting, but he didn't know that. So he fired me before I could quit. Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't paying Colin the money he owed him for his work. So he decided to take it back and deleted pretty much everything off of DLZ clips. Although he has managed to put it back.
Yeah, I don't know how he.
Funny as hell.
Yeah, I don't know how he pulled that off because, you know, I thought once they're gone, they're gone. I didn't think apparently they have a safety net, but I didn't think YouTube had a safety net on that.
That or he had them saved in a backup drive somewhere.
No, because if you, I actually, that's what I thought at first. But when you look at the video, like I went through and looked at the videos and it said, if that was the case, it would show as just being re-uploaded now. So everything would have been uploaded today or yesterday or whatever. But if you look at it, like it, you know, you go back a little bit and it'll say uploaded 3 months ago, uploaded 4 months ago. So yeah, somehow he got the actual videos that I deleted back.
Okay, so he probably worked with YouTube to get them back.
Yep.
That was funny though. His face after it happened was absolutely wonderful.
Oh, it was great. It was worth every penny of it. That would. I'm glad he got him back because that would have hurt me legally. That's something I did that was because I was angry. But I warned him I was going to do it. You know, I warned him. I said, I changed the password to the channel because he wasn't paying me, and I said, I don't want your channel. I just want you to pay me. But then when he threatened to go public and tell everybody that I'm a criminal and a thief and all this, I said, dude, if I don't want this public, if you want to go public, I'm going to delete the channel. And that's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
I tried to delete the whole channel, but it wouldn't let me because he had already changed the password on me for delete alls for DLC clips, so I couldn't get into the account anymore. But I did. I was still, because my Project Constitution account was actually still a admin on DLC clips in the studio. So I was able to get in that way under Project Constitution. So I could still delete all the videos. I just couldn't delete the whole account.
Right. Richie A asks, what is the most serious charge he faces now?
Damn.
I know, right?
I don't know. I mean, there's so many of them. I mean, there's a lot of them coming that he hasn't been charged with that are coming. I guarantee it. That are probably really big things.
That's interesting.
As far as currently, I mean, Las Vegas is a misdemeanor. I think that's what, a year in jail or something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think everything he's charged with, to my knowledge, is a misdemeanor. So he wouldn't face more than a year in jail on any of that stuff.
So wait, he's got charges coming that we don't even know about yet?
I would assume he is, because I'm pretty sure he's being investigated. I've heard multiple times that he's being investigated, and he's got to be. I mean, all the stuff he's doing, calling all these different police stations, and threatening these people, these detectives and stuff. I guarantee you, that they're trying to get charges on him. And even with the recorded people's phone calls and stuff, a lot of places are two-party consent state. You have to have both people's permission, and Las Vegas, as a matter of fact, is a two-party consent state. So you have to have people's permission. So any phone call that he records from Vegas, I'm pretty sure would need both people's permission to do that. Also, whether that person that you're calling lives in a two-person consent state or not, because I'm pretty sure it's from where you initiate the call from. I could be wrong, but I think it's from where you initiate the call from, because that is actually where you would be breaking the law.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He records every conversation he does, so he's broken hundreds, if not thousands. The wiretapping log or whatever that is. Eventually, that's going to catch up with him, in my opinion.
Right. Has Chille mentioned anything like going out and using a firearm to make people pay? I mean, he has said stuff along the line of that on his own live streams. So we're wondering how much he says it off of his channel.
I don't know about pay financially, but yeah, I mean, whenever he gets mad, he does threaten to go find him with his gun. I mean, he did that to me on his live stream the other day.
Yes, he did.
And he's threatened to have somebody come kill Kate before as well. To me, he's told me that.
Oh wow!
Same thing he told me with hiring his Colombian cousins to come find you and make you disappear.
Yeah.
He said the same thing about Kate a while back. He told me that
oh my God.
They said if he can come up with $15,000 that they can make her disappear, he'll take care of her. And,
oh my God.
Yeah, he was actually, he said he wasn't going to do it, but he said that it's tempting. He was considering it.
That's horrible.
He's a scary person.
He needs to be locked up in a mental asylum.
Absolutely. I agree. He's got a lot of mental illnesses, and he should not. He's dangerous. He's dangerous to himself and dangerous to others.
I agree. Sorry about that background. My son is playing something.
It's all good.
I'm fixing to end this anyways. I think... Hey! Gia, yes, you can come vacuum for me if you want. We'll have coffee and hang out afterwards. Oh, wait. Hey, the adults are talking. Asks, do you know a secret that's pretty or petty enough for you to reveal about Chille without getting yourself into trouble that you can share? A funny, embarrassing story will suffice if you have one.
Funny or embarrassing?
Give me.
I mean, nothing off the top of my head, other than there's been times when he's called me when he's on the toilet, taking a crap, actual diarrhea, and you could hear it, and he'd be like, oh, I don't know what I had last night. My stomach's all tore up. Oh, yeah. So that's he has no couth at all.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
Basically.
Oh my God.
Display all your cards in one turn.
And I do want to say one more thing as well, if you'd let me.
Go ahead.
I want to publicly apologize to Kate Peter.
All your cards if you want.
I want to apologize to her for that video I made, lipstick on a pig, that I put out a while back. I want to let her know I'm sorry. None of that stuff was true. Obviously, we found out now. I was actually put up to doing that by Chille. He's the one that got me to do it. and he's the one that provided me the information that made me think that, which turned out not to be true. And
Right.
so I want to publicly apologize to her for that. And I should have known something was up, because he didn't want me to post it on Clips or the main channel. He specifically wanted me to only post it on my Project Constitution. So
on your personal channel, of course.
Exactly. So that should have, that after the fact, thinking about it, that was a warning sign. I should have probably picked up.
You can play Luke.
Well, we live and we learn.
But I just wanted to apologize to her. She didn't deserve that, and
no,
I want to agree with everything she does, but she was not what I said there, and I was 100% wrong in that, and I apologize.
Sue Bear asks, and this will be the last question: has he threatened to put a hit on any other content creator besides Kate?
Irish Demon.
Oh, wow.
At the same time he was telling me that, he was saying that, he would like to take her and Irish Demon out.
Jeez. Like, he's what, 49?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, he's 49. And this is how he behaves when people put the truth out about him. Like, it's so disgusting.
He acts like an 8-year-old kid. I mean, he's horrible.
Yeah.
It's
embarrassing.
He
never mentally matured.
No, he's 100% pathetic. I mean, he's nothing. He's a chronic loser. That's all he is. And it's all he's ever going to be. And like I said, the reason is because he's his own enemy. He destroys himself all the time.
Okay. I got 2 more questions, and then that is it. First one is by Gia. Will you go back to him? Please be careful.
Never. Never, ever, 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 ever.
Okay.
I don't care. There's no amount of money he could offer me or anything he could say that would make me go back to him. Absolutely not. Okay, like I said, I was already thinking about leaving before. I was trying to come up with a plan to get out of there. So I definitely do not want to go back. Nor would I.
Right. And then the last one, someone asked at 7:59 p.m., does everything he has in someone else's name?
A lot of stuff, yeah, because he has horrible credit. So he can't get things himself. So a lot of stuff is in other people's names because of that.
Right.
Just like, I know he went to try to go get a Verizon cell phone, or I think it was a cell phone. He tried to go get a Verizon line. And I have a video that I'm going to release, actually. But Verizon turned him down. They said he can't get. They said he's not eligible. He's too much of a risk. They won't give him a phone.
Nice. Oh, at least they're smart.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you for answering all of the questions you could answer. Again, everybody, take it as you want to. You can say he's being honest. You can say he's lying about it. The whole point was to give you guys a platform and ask questions you guys have been dying to ask about Chille for years. I mean, 2 years now he's been, 2 years he's been on YouTube. And that's basically what I wanted to do, was give them a voice to ask as much that they've been wondering all this time. Because we all know Chille's never going to answer anything.
Nope.
I mean, I won't go live with anybody.
Nope. And I also want to say that my channel is Project Constitution. At Project Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep putting video. I have a lot more videos I'm going to release about him and on him. So you come check it out. And if you guys have any more questions that you want to ask, feel free to ask them there in the comments. If I know it, I'll answer it. I have no problem answering anything I know.
Yeah, he already has quite a few videos up.
Yep.
Pertaining to Chille that I think are well worth taking a look at.
Definitely.
Well, thank you, Colin.
The one I just put up today, says that he's a racist. I mean, he's 100% racist. He says that he hates all Muslims and wants them all to be thrown out of the country.
Yep.
No fucking Rachel, the fucking spot.
It's ridiculous the way.
Yep.
I mean, it's the whole reason why he got kicked off TikTok.
100%. He's racist. He's a bigot. He's a womanizer. He's all those things.
Mm-hmm.
And he's never going to change.
He's a horrible human being.
He is. He's a horrible human being. Wish cancer,
Gosh.
kids. He's a horrible human being.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know what game my son is playing back there, but it sounds
It's
exciting.
all good. I probably got a lot of noise in the background too, because I don't have good reception at my house. So I'm at the library, so there's a lot of traffic. A lot of traffic going by out here.
Oh yeah. So I guess somebody asked if you should let the authorities know about these death threats on Kate and Irish Damon. Do you have anything in proof where he says this?
Yeah, I don't have proof of it. I didn't record it or anything.
Okay.
It's just what he told me. So I could tell them that, but I don't have proof, so they wouldn't have any way to like charge him for it or anything. So
okay, yeah, because they would need to see proof.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on and answering everybody's questions. I do appreciate it.
Absolutely, and thank you for offering to let me come on and tell my story and give me the platform.
No problem. I know we've all been wanting answers to Chille. Jose Maria de Castro.
Yep.
Yeah, hopefully, I can't say that you coming out is going to be his downfall, but I'm hoping it is. His followers seem to be the type of people that don't know how to think for themselves. So I don't have too much hope, but I do have a little bit.
Well, I'll say I'm not going to out which ones, but a few of them have come over and are reached out to me personally and still support me. So
good.
There are some of them are waking up and starting to see that he's not their white knight that they think he is. Right.
Yeah, he's definitely not a white knight. That is for sure.
Not at all. He might be the shit that comes out the other end of the horse's ass that the white knight is riding, but that's probably about the best thing you could say he is.
Yeah, it's as close to the white knight as he's going to get.
Yeah.
Well, everybody have a great night and weekend. And again, Colin, thank you so much. Be safe.
You too.
Take
nice
care of
meeting
yourself.
You, by the way.
It was nice meeting you too. And have an amazing weekend.
You too. Oh, and I do want to say one more thing. He said I was going to be in jail by today. So, hey, Chille, I'm still here. How'd that go? Must not have went too well for you.
That's some kind of jail you got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all know he's full of shit when he talks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good night, everybody.
That's too evil.
Thanks, Colin.
Alrighty. See you guys later.